Welcome back to another video. Today we are in the Open Cradle League and let's try out a different team here. We're going to be using the Bearthorn paired with the Mandibuzz and the Shadow Drapion in the back. Here they are going to switch out into their Clodsire. We're going to stay in from now as we don't necessarily have a great counter to this Clodsire. This Bearthorn is going to be able to, call the first bait. So now we are in a great spot here as the next Power Whip potentially KOs. Our opponent does go for the Earthquake here, gets us into the red, and now we're going to make them make a decision. Are they going to shield here or are they going to let this go? They decide to shield, and they are going to try to farm us down, but it looks like they have to use a move. So we're going to come back in here with the Mandibuzz, and we could shield here or let this go. We decided to shield because we think we're going to get a lot of farm. They decide to switch back out of there. And it looks like we are going to be able to get to this Aero Ace. And now it's just a matter of spamming these Aero Aces because we do have the energy advantage. Our opponent here is running the Mandibuzz Clodsire core. So this is a pretty tanky team so far. We're going to just keep spamming these Aero Aces. Oh, they actually go into their Clodsire. So nice catch by them. We are going to expect a Mandibuzz back? No, it looks like for alligators in the back. So this is a classic team here with the Mandibuzz Clodsire for alligator. We do have the crunch to throw back at this for alligator, and that's exactly what we do. We are able to get the farm down and simultaneous KO. So now it comes down to, do we have enough energy? Do we have enough health to take down this Mandibuzz? We get it into the red. Our opponent here is going to be able to throw a move. We're going to have to use a shield eventually, but now the timer is going to be a situation. Okay, it looks like the timer has come up, and it looks like they win CAP, so that is not good news for us. We're going to have to go for this Aero Ace right here, and unfortunately, we ran out of time even though we had another move, so well played by them. Unfortunately, the Aero Ace that they caught onto their Clodsire was one of the keys, and unfortunately we weren't able to fire off our second Aero Ace, or we would have been in a good spot. Next game we got the Gastrodon right here matching up against our Drapion. Looks like they are debuffed so that we can farm down with something in the front here. So it looks like they are going to just throw a move, and we are able to get a good amount of farm. They go for the Body Slam, not a great move. So we're going to throw this Thunder here immediately. We do grab the shield, and now we know that we are at a shield advantage. They do decide to go from the Icy Wind, and we're just going to fire off this next Thunder here because even though a debuffed Thunder... Okay, it looks like they are going to be able to get to another Icy Wind here. We're going to shield, and then we're just going to fire off this Thunder. This Thunder here potentially could get it in range. Okay, never mind, not in range of a farm down, but we are going to try to win this matchup, Mandibuzz versus their Lantern. We go for the Dark Pulse. Dark Pulse does some good neutral damage. We know that this Lantern has been debuffed this season, so we are going to be able to survive that Thunderbolt. We're going to go for this Dark Pulse here, and we're going to have to try to catch a move. No, we're going to be able to get to another Dark Pulse here. Is this going to be enough to take it out? Yes, it is. And now it's just going to come down to, are we going to be able to reach a move here? We do get to the Aero Ace. This will chip away, and it does take it out. So GG's to our opponent. Able to win that game with the Mandibuzz is kind of crazy because we took out a Lantern and a Driploon, even though it was pretty low health, but the fact that the Mandibuzz was able to close the game like that was amazing. All right, Pangoro is kind of a core breaker. We are going to switch on to the Drapion. They match with their Clodsire. We're going to see who's going to be able to win this matchup, the spammy or the tanky Pokemon. Here, we're going to have to think about shielding. We actually try to call a bait. They actually go for the Earthquake, which is fine still because now they're energy drying. We're going to go with this Power Whip here and try to farm down is the idea here. So we're just going to shield here because we want this Pokemon quite healthy. They go for the fast switch back into the Pangoro. We're going to have to try to break down some shields at this point because we know that they're going to be able to spam a bunch of moves in the back. We're going to tank this move here. It is the close combat. Looks like they are going to be able to get to another move here. Is this going to be the close combat or the nice size? They go for the double close combat, and now we have to throw this Aero Ace immediately. Unfortunately, this Pangoro is pretty decent against our team. They were able to get to those close combats very quickly, and I don't think we have enough health here to win this game. So we're just going to play it out here. Let's see if they're going to... Okay, looks like they're going to throw the Aero Ace, which is fine. Or Dark Pulse. Doesn't matter. They were going to take us out anyway. So, yeah, that was a tough situation in the back. Not much we could have done right there. Maybe if we had shielded the close combat, we would have had a better chance. All right, they switch out into their Talonflame. We're going to go into our Drapion. Drapion here is going to be able to get to these Aqua Tails very quickly. We're going to shield here so that we can get to this next Aqua Tail. And you can see if they shield, we're going to match it. And we should be able to get to another Aqua Tail. Looks like they decided to just take the shield advantage. We're going to be met with a Shadow Feraligatr. Shadow Feraligatr here is going to be able to look for the farm down. At least we get a shield out of that situation. We're going to let this first one go. Ends up being the Hydro Cannon, which is fine. They decided to go back into their Gastrodon, and now we have the Ferrothorn matched up exactly where we want it. We know that, okay, Earth Power is going to be used, which is going to be their huge charge move, and we build up the 2 Power Whips. We throw the first Power Whip, take out the Gastrodon. We're going to force the Feraligatr to use some energy here. Another Hydro Cannon does get used, and now it's just a matter of shielding here, and then we're going to just throw this Dark Pulse and hope that it is going to be enough for the KO. Let's see, is this enough from this range? Not quite, but it allows us to get a little bit of extra energy, and we are able to reach this Aero Ace before they can get to another move. So GG's to our opponent, able to win that game with the Mandibuzz again, coming in clutch. Ferrothorn applying a lot of pressure, but seems like the Mandibuzz is a very, very tanky and polarizing pick this season. All right, here we go. We got the Entacruel to deal with. They go for the Acid Spray, and that is not going to be enough for this Ferrothorn. So we know that they are going to try to debuff us first, and they're probably going to try to go for a Scold here. Let's see. We decided to just let it go. They go for the Scold, and they try to go for the Acid Spray Scold KO, but it was not successful. Now we see that they have Claydol in the back. So this Drapion here is matched up really well against this Claydol because we are going to be able to spam a bunch of energy. They go for the Scorching Sand, which we were able to shield. Now we're going to apply the pressure. Crunch goes through. Oh, they were able to snipe our energy right there. But luckily, the Mandibuzz here is most likely resisting all of their moves. We're going to go for this Aero Ace versus this Jumpluff, and now we're in a good spot. We don't have to worry about any of the traditional moves. Acrobatics, even though it's a big flying move, we are able to survive it. Energy Ball is going to be resisted, and they realize their fate. So GG's to our opponent, able to win that game. Check out this team if you haven't already, and let us know if you enjoyed the video.